Welcome back to LEGO by the Book. Today I'm going to be building set 71705, Destiny's Bounty. Now I fairly recently posted the video on the larger Destiny's Bounty that I was sent. This one I acquired for myself because I wanted another one, and it was on sale. So I snagged it, and I am curious to see how the two stack up to each other. So I'm going to build this one on Christmas Eve, because I can. Where is my TNF? There it is. Train. Good lord. Now we have the sails, the massive instruction book, oh no! What? Stickers! Stickers. I jacked. Alright. Let's see what we got. Assume we will be building by bag. Indeed. Indeed. Very good. So, bag number, the first one. 8, 4, 3, 3, 5, 7, 1. Lovely. Okay. Another bag one. 11, 2, apparently not. There were 2 bag 3s, I thought. 4, 5, 4, no, that's 14. I don't know what's going on, don't mind me. I am clearly a crazy person. Maybe it was 13 or something. Sure. Get ourselves a bin for the bits. Get ourselves plenty of build space. There we go. Boom. There we've got all the parts out of it. There are bags in the bag. Alright. Here we go. We got a good frame? It'll do. Put on the show, because I just want to relax and build. I don't want to talk. is done. Just need to add minis. Minis. There is, if you'll pardon the pun, a boatload of minis in this set. Suppose I should go through them all. We have, I'm sure they all got names. We have a red ninja with a dragony sword and an extra sword on his back. Who apparently, there's nowhere, what I see what they did, those fiends. I'll put them on the roof. We have a blue ninja with a dragon heady nunchucky chain weapon, which is super cool. And he's hanging out here on the railing. Nowhere actually for him to be standing. There we go. Alright. We had a samurai lady with very nice armor. I dig it. She also has a sword. She's apparently operating the cannon. We have a white ninja, again, with sword and stars, throwing stars. Lovely, lovely. We have an old guru-y dude with a stick. For that is what old guru-y dudes use. We have one black ninja with a scythe looking thing and a sword on his back. They all have a sword in their back. And one mischievous looking dude with a 5 on his chest. I have no idea what his story is. And apparently he's being thrown overboard. Anyway, this thing has some nifty action features. There's a lever here that makes the sails go up and down. That is pretty nifty. If you push down... man overboard! If you push down on these fin-looking things, I don't know what these are. Extra engines? They look like engines. You know, they come out the side there. And that was an interesting mechanism. I wasn't sure how that was going to come together. We can then push on these to make those go up. We have a... up in the attic... above the here we have a thing with a sword, and inside are some throwing stars, some silver throwing stars, and that goes in there and locks into place. Or should. There we go. That's pretty nifty. And then there is a lower deck. This comes up, and there is a little room down there with, oh, you can't really see, with what looks like there's a practice dummy down there. And they did a really neat way of doing a ladder. I like how they did that. Not nearly as complicated or detailed down below, but then an awful lot of the space was taken up by that, the mechanism for making those engines pop out. Oops, let me get you back in. And then finally, the rear cabin comes off, and you can see the steering column, and there's a looks like some kind of a computer screen and a lever and buttons and a dial. And then this roof comes off, and inside we have a dojo, which is weird because it wouldn't function as a dojo when it's in place because that would get in the way, but you can take it off and use it like a dojo. It's got weapon racks and swords and the scrolls and all of that. So that is this version of the Destiny's Bounty. It is a solid build. I was impressed at how... There we go. Got it. So, behavior. Alright. No, stop. Okay. So yeah, the hull is quite solid. I like the design that they did for the lower deck. That is pretty snazzy. Obviously the flared engine wing things, if I want to use this as something in my pirate diorama to have another Oriental style ship, Asian style ship, I will need to remove those, but that shouldn't be too difficult. These can just stay hidden, or I can gut all of that internal mechanism and put more, well, I could put more deck stuff down there. It does have raising and lowering anchors on a capstan. Oh no, it has proven less than strong. But, yeah, capstan raises the anchors. Which is pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. There does appear to be kind of a battering ram. There is another dragon head. This one does not have bananas. There are no bananas in this set. No bananas to be seen. There were, however, an absurd amount of spare parts, because every single bag had their own spare parts, and there were 14 bags. We ended up with, bizarrely, 8 spare swords, 4 silver, 3 gold, and 1 orange. There's an orange sword hidden in there. There are gold swords hidden somewhere. I don't remember where the other gold sword was hidden. It's hidden somewhere. Now I'm curious and I kind of want to go looking for it. We do have an extra sai, extra throwing stars in both colors, an extra scythe blade, and then just the usual parts that you would expect to have spare parts of. But that is an inordinate number of spare swords. I'm tempted to, add more in various places. Oh yeah, the orange sword is under the walls. So we could put the other orange sword under the other side. Here in the dojo, we could add another thigh. Kind of odd that it wasn't there in the first place. I don't think a sword, another full-size sword. No, full-size katana is not going to fit there. But we'll put a random lightsaber. Oh, that's what we can do. Yeah, we can use lightsaber handle and a spare tooth thing and make another weapon. Yes, yes, lovely, lovely. Okay, that's all fully stocked now. Let's go through the arduous process of figuring out how to get you back on. Okay, much simpler this time. And then this thing looks like it could hold a whole bunch more swords, so we're going to give it a whole bunch more swords. Inside, I think it just had throwing stars. Yep, we'll leave them alone. Okay. Now we have 4 swords on here. Much better looting. Close that up. And below decks, do we have racks? Oh yeah, we could definitely put a sword on a rack down there. There's some jade. I think that's what it was meant to represent. Some jade in a chest down below. I think that was neat. Some silver coins as well. We could dole out extra swords. Everyone could be dual wielding. Oh yeah, I like it. It is a well built, well designed, very detailed. I like the detailing. The way they did the rail here, the way they did the black trim here was actually really cool. There were a couple of techniques I'd never encountered before that were pretty nifty. There's some kind of a clear domey thing there. No idea what's up with that. Oh no! These sausages on the roof have gone limp. Alright, so now let's just compare this to the other Destiny's Bounty, which is probably going to require an alteration of camera angle. I don't know how well that's really showing, but yeah, this one is much, much bigger. It is longer, wider, double the dragon heads. That's how much bigger we're talking. There's bananas involved. Obviously, there was way more deck, underdeck interior in this one. The dojo is actually functional as a dojo without having to take it apart. It's got a separate command place with its own big rudder. I think this one has more sail, though. This one had kind of anemic sails, honestly. Could definitely use with some more canvas. Whereas this one had those. This one does have the deployable canvas, which is neat. So, yeah, but they do still kind of have similar designs. Dragon in front, the engine wing things on the side, the fact that there's a dojo inside and some underdeck, and I think it's got all the same ninjas. Most of them, anyway. There's no green ninja here. There was a green ninja. This one had blue. Didn't have black, it had gray. We do have the red. Oh, we do have a black. So we've got gray. Anyway, yeah. I'm sure there are fascinating stories that go behind all of this, because I know Ninjago has a very complex storyline, which is what makes it so awesome and so much variety. The whole steampunk aspect of it. A lot of them have steampunk pirates and steampunk airships, airship pirates, which is just the coolest thing ever. So I don't know if they're actually meant to be the same ship, but just kind of a difference in design from one series, because the ninjas do look very different eras of the sets. But yeah, I think it's really, really cool, honestly, and I'm glad I've got both of them. I will probably, like I said, try to un-steampunk them so that I can use them with my pirate diorama, though I do have a hint of steampunk in my pirates already, so perhaps I might not change them as much as I had originally intended. But very, very cool. Both Destiny's Bounties. I think there might even be a third smaller one. I don't know. Let me know. Well, what do you guys think? Are you guys following Ninjago? Do you know the stories? Who's this guy? Who's that? What's going on? Thank you for watching.